go. We have liftoff. Welcome again to another episode of the Everyday Fan. I need one of them soundboards so I can get the air horn in there.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I actually need one of those. I've been caught in one on I've been caught in one on Spock actually. Someone in my area is selling one for £60. It looks pretty good. I just want to fiddle with it and like be able to do like sounds and stuff. So
Just
when we come in
do
here,
you know what you do? Get the name of it, yeah, and then just type in the review. Look for the reviews on YouTube.
exactly. Look for your reviews
on Google.
I googled it a little bit, and it's pretty good, and it matches with the software on the laptop as well. It'll be pretty good. Imagine you coming in here, a couple bombs, like stuff like that. It'd be good. All right, lads, how we doing, Puz? We missed you last week. Obviously, you joined us, but you wasn't able to come on camera. How are you, bro?
I was doing my studies. I'm
Busy.
alive.
That's
so
the main thing. The main thing. How's your week been? You enjoying the bank holiday weekend?
My week has been great. We trashed Chelsea at the Emirates. Then we just went to Newcastle. We should have trashed them as well. But Martinelli and Saka can't finish.
I know, man.
Get into that.
Yeah, well, look, you've actually segued really nicely into where we're going to go first. Going to jump straight into the Arsenal game. But so a very convincing win, actually, for the Arsenal. Goals in the first half from Martin Odegaard after a penalty was cancelled out, and then he got an own goal from Fabian Schär. A couple of yellow cards in the game, but I thought overall Arsenal managed it well, if I'm being honest. Puz, what was your take?
I think we managed it brilliantly compared to what happened last year. What we did this year, brilliantly. It was a very mature performance from the youngest team in the league. They showed a lot of grit, especially being a very small team. That's what people forget. Compared to Newcastle, they're a small team. Like I was looking in the corners. I was just like, how are these guys not scoring from corners? We're midgets. But no, it was a very mature performance. Mikel Arteta got the substitutions right. He got the formation right. He got the personnel right today. And I'm a little bit irritated that Kiwor hasn't been playing since the Liverpool game. But that's another topic. The title's gone anyway. The title's gone.
Yeah.
I don't have no hope. City are not. They're not getting bounced by Real Madrid, and they're not getting bounced by Everton or Brentford or Brighton.
Do you think they're capable of losing and drawing a game?
Nah. The only game I can see them losing is Brentford.
No, I think the only game I can actually see them
very unconvincing against Liverpool.
Yeah, I think the only game I can see them losing is probably Brighton. Probably Brighton, but even then, I can't see them drawing any other game.
Brighton, is that away or is that the Etihad?
No, away.
Brighton is away.
Yeah, it's at the Amex ground.
That's what. Those are the only two fixtures I have hope for: Brighton away and Brentford away.
You don't think if they get through to like the Champions League final that might distract them a little bit, or it might rock them? If they get knocked out by Real Madrid, it could knock them.
I can't see it happening, Chris.
He wants the league, like as much as anyone may think he wants the league. He doesn't want Arteta to beat him to the league because I feel he's going to look a bit stupid. If your understudy beat the league after taking two players from your squad, you look a bit silly.
I've not heard that really though, Puz. I've not heard people say in the media that this could be embarrassing for Pep.
But him, I can see it. It's a personal thing.
I don't know. I don't think he's bothered about it that much. I think he's a serial winner.
Chris, would you want your best friend to beat you to the league?
I'd prefer it. I prefer my best friend to win the league if it was a choice between him and someone else like who I don't like, another rival.
If it was a choice between him or you.
Well, obviously I'd want to win it, obviously, but I'm not going to be so sad if it's my best friend. If it's like, if anything, I'd be happy for him. You know what I mean?
I think he's got a very competitive personality.
I agree. He wants to win everything. So for that reason, I think he won't want to give it up. But I'm just looking at City's games. I mean, we've jumped into that. So it's obviously Real Madrid away on Tuesday coming up. Then they play Everton away, who are really, really, really desperate for points. Really desperate for points.
That's the game I can see. I can see it a draw.
Mm.
Only thing Everton can do, Everton can draw, and
Well,
then it's up to Chelsea, Brighton, and Brentford to beat them.
And they got the return leg against Real Madrid. Then they're at home with Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah.
Look, you don't know. Look, if Chelsea got a good win, we'll come on to them in a minute. Chelsea had a good win. If they win their next game as well, and then they go to the Etihad, you never know.
Nah,
Yeah,
it's
nah.
done, man. I agree. I agree with Puz, man.
Chris,
It's done,
Chris,
man.
did you watch the Arsenal Chelsea match?
Mm.
You know it was 3-0
Chelsea-
from like.
Yeah.
No,
Chelsea are
look,
diabolical, man.
they won yesterday though.
Chelsea. Yeah, but I think them winning yesterday was just. I think it was just for them to solidify their Premier League status, innit?
Bro, they beat Bournemouth.
Yeah, they beat Bournemouth, to be fair. Bournemouth
Who
are
are fighting
safe.
for relegation?
Nah, man, but they're safe. Bournemouth are safe. They're safe.
Bournemouth are safe. They're not going down. They're safe.
Yeah,
But
they're
back to.
Oh, 39 points. Yeah, Bournemouth are all right. I was thinking of Forest. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not bad. Yeah, no, look. They beat a Bournemouth side. Look, you can only beat the team in front of you. All I'm trying to say, I'm trying to give you guys a headline, a lifeline here. Sorry, it's like if you're saying it's over, I've been saying it for a while that this advantage City, but
Chris, after seeing what happened today, all I said was Southampton, West Ham. Chris, that's it. If we win those 2 games, we won the league. That's it. We won the league. It's not like obviously Southampton.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
But it's the way we threw away West Ham. We threw it away. We threw away West Ham. Liverpool, we threw it away as well. Let's be honest. Like we could have got our first victory there. Like,
I even think if we win what? No, so crazy. I even think if we win one of those games, we win the league.
And do you know what's mad?
Trossard
was close. Trossard was this close.
How big margins?
I think
fine margins in football. Look at Aguero's goal. Do you know what I mean? Like 95th minute.
Yeah.
You had Manchester United on the other side of town, or running around with their shirts off, celebrating, thinking we won the league.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we didn't even win it by points. It was goal difference. So
goal difference, literally.
We can't even win it by goal difference. Their goal difference is
better than yours. Yeah. It is really what I'm trying to. It is really, really fine margins. Like you can put it down. Like we'll come to United in a minute. All right, so we'll jump on. So overall, though, I was really impressed. I was just gonna say before we come off of it, I was really impressed by how Arsenal dominated the game. Like I thought Newcastle. I don't know if Newcastle have basically sort of not given up, but obviously I feel that they're still in the hunt. Yeah.
They tried today still.
They're still in the hunt for top 4, and I thought that they would have given Arsenal like a hard game. I thought they would have gone there to try and bully them a little bit, but I thought Arsenal showed a lot of resilience.
No, I think what it is, Chris, I think they tried, but what it is, I think I was saying this to you last week, if I'm correct.
We just showed bottle.
We showed bottle number 1, and I think the boys had the vision of what happened last year to us, and I think they carried that fight into that game. They said, "No, what? Regard him." Go on, Chris.
Ramsdale said that I showed them a video of last season's match before the game.
See, that says it all, though. That says it all.
Season's match.
But that's the thing. Yeah, Arsenal have been called bottle jobs in the last couple of weeks. So what's the difference? Like they were just up for it.
Nah,
no,
I don't think we're.
No, go on.
I don't think we're bottle jobs. I just feel that when you're against a team such as City, there's always hope for them, innit? For us, I feel like we've never been in that territory before. We've never been in that position where we're actually fighting for something meaningful. So I feel like, as much as you want to say bottling, I just feel like that experience there will carry the team to do better things in the future. But I just feel that, let's be honest, as I keep on saying to Arsenal fans, if I said to you we would be in this position fighting for a league title at the beginning of the season, you would have laughed at me. Everyone would have said I'm going crazy. But look, we're here. We're showing our resilience. We're showing that we're up there with the big boys, and may it continue, innit? So, literally.
It's a fair assessment.
Race this season, that City would have walked away with the league by now, if not for us.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
100%.
Yeah.
They would have won the league, bro.
Yeah, well, someone has
100%.
to. Well, it's boring, isn't it? I mean, that City have done that before. It's boring. It's just one team in it. And it's a bigger problem actually in football. Hopefully Newcastle. I say hopefully, if Newcastle do actually start to spend the kind of money that they've got behind them,
Oh,
maybe
they are,
potentially they
Chris.
can. Yeah. Well, what I'm trying to say is they've got the money, right? But City has become the juggernaut. They didn't do it overnight. It took time. Yeah, they started winning. They started
Mm.
winning matches and they got
It,
they got titles, but
they didn't drop into the top four within the first season. They didn't do.
this is my point. This is my point. So it's
Newcastle
what
probably going to finish first.
yeah, but Newcastle. What I'm saying is it's not a small job. Like from Newcastle to go from where they are now to now be challenging City, pushing them to the last few games of the season. It's going to be a big jump because Newcastle are about to go through the biggest change that they've had in the last 50 years, right? They're going to be in European football. That's a whole nother kettle of fish. Also, you're going to go from 45 games to 60 games, right? You not only
You
need
know
a
what it is?
squad to be able to do that, etc. We're quite versed in this being the bigger teams, but managing that. Sim just touched on it there about experience. A lot of those players would have never have even played Champions League. A lot of those players wouldn't be experienced at that level. So what I'm saying is,
Mm.
over the course of the season, City dropped the ball once or twice. They let go of maybe 5 to 10 points. So you have got zero space for margin if you are going to
Margin,
challenge
yeah.
them. That's my
Yeah, I know
point.
you mean.
Do
Um,
you know what's crazy, Chris? Like, because they qualify for the if they qualify for the Champions League,
oh yeah,
the
if
amount of
they, sorry.
the amount of money
Where
that
New, where
would have been
Newcastle
way
now?
good
Where Newcastle now? Third.
No,
for third, isn't
no,
it?
they are
Early fourth.
third. We're fourth. They're third. We're fourth.
You're fourth.
You
They're third, right?
not drop the
Yeah,
players, but we'll get into that later.
yeah. We were on 62 points. They're on 63, if I'm not wrong.
3.
I'll double
Okay.
check that. Double check that
You
right
see that?
now.
Hey, you could have gone above them.
Yeah, if we'd have won today, we could have gone above them. Sorry, they're on 65 points. We're on 63 points. We've both played
So
the
there's a
same amount of
2-point
games.
gaps with what 4 games to play.
Yeah.
Do you know what's crazy as well? Everyone keeps saying Liverpool are catching you, but you lot have got a game in hand on Liverpool, Newcastle, and United. You
Yeah,
lot have
I
got a
was
game
just
in
about to say.
We do, but it's more the form that's worrying than anything else. It's not so much, the gap isn't there.
If Liverpool finish third, I'm sorry, I got to cuss someone still. If Liverpool finish third, yeah, I got to cuss
You ain't
someone.
got to cuss someone. You can cuss the whole flipping country, man. You cuss VAR, cuss all the officials, cuss
They've come.
cuss
At
Eric Ten
Liverpool,
Hag, cuss the Glazers.
no,
Sorry,
what?
guys.
So Liverpool on
Ref-
62
Are you?
points. Wait, Liverpool on 62 points with 3 games to go. Man United on 63 points with 4 games
4
to
games to
go.
go.
And Newcastle on 65 with 4 games. Ooh,
Liverpool can get a max of 71 points.
This is looking juicy. This
We've
is
put
looking
we've
juicy.
we've actually pulled ourselves into this flipping market when there was no
You
need
lot
for
could
us to
have,
be in
yeah.
here.
You lot could have basically run away with it.
Yeah, we could have easily have secured this
Wh-
flipping
When's
point.
your next
When the challenge
where's
for the league,
Who said that?
Rashford.
Who said that?
when's your next
What's this? Why are you trying to do Rashford celebration when it's this, bro? What's wrong with you?
He's taking the piss.
Oh, yeah.
Who's your next opponent, Chris?
Wolves.
Or who's away or home?
Oh,
Yeah,
You're winning.
you're winning, man.
we've got a couple of home
I've got a
games,
problem.
so
I've got a problem with using VAR. You know, I clocked it. Like, I hate being a conspiracy theorist. Refs
Fam.
don't like Arsenal, bro. I've deeped it. They don't like Arsenal, bro. They don't like it. How many Newcastle players should have got yellow carded today? Nothing happened.
there were cards in that game, though.
No. The ref was letting them get away with too much. They were doing too much. In
At
Ketia
home.
comes on, bro. Sim, did you see when Sher elbowed Jesus in the
Yeah, I saw that today,
This
and
is
he didn't get
blatant as day,
and he
bro.
didn't, and he didn't get
No
nothing,
card.
nothing.
Chris, he's
I
literally
know.
knows what he's doing. Boom,
I saw.
right in his-
I saw. I saw that should have been a yellow card. Lindelof should
Yellow.
have had a yellow. Lindelof should have had a yellow card today. West Ham should have had a penalty.
Yeah.
It swings. It swings like the officiating. I've said that this has arguably been the most exciting season forever. You know, we've had a World Cup, everything, but the officiating this season.
If they've
No, I
given
think
just
I think it's the I think it's the
all
I
us.
think I think it's the officiating in England. That's what I think.
No, that's what I'm saying. In England, I'm talking about the Premier League. I'm not talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about other leagues. Go on, Puz. Sorry.
If they had given that penalty against us, yeah, I would have turned off the match still. The fake handball. Clearly the ball hits man's fire. Why are you even telling the ref it goes to the screen when you can see it yourself? You can just tell the ref it hit his fire. It didn't hit his hand.
You're gonna call it. You're gonna call it though. If I'm Newcastle, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna try and call it. Obviously, you gotta try and get an advantage. I'm gonna call it.
Or whatever, Burgess Park, wherever they are, man.
Lord knows where they are, bro.
Did you just say Burgess Park? You're taking it. You're taking it.
Burgess.
So let's talk about the City game. They should have been 3-0 up in the first half an hour.
Gundogan missed the penalty.
Hey, Gundogan missed the penalty.
I thought Big Sam was gonna do it, guys.
Bro, like I've been saying to you, it's the hope that kills you, man. It's the hope.
What? For what? Big Sam for what? You lot know that your club is in the shit if you are bringing in Mr. Sam Allardyce. Goodness gracious. Leeds have gone from Bielsa to Sam Allardyce.
Yeah. When you say it like that, it's tricky, man.
He's the best in the world. He's one of the best managers in the world. Guardiola don't know more. Arteta don't know more than him.
Nope. The experience.
Wenger don't know more than him.
And there's no one in football who knows better than I do. Yeah, whatever, man.
No one.
Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Big Sam laying it down. He's got to come in and talk like that, ain't he? He's got to come in with his chest. He's got to come in with that.
After he did that, I see him try to intimidate Guardiola yesterday, you know. You don't notice in the handshakes. Like, he's all up in his face. Bro, if the next manager's up in my face, I'm telling him move out my space. Like, move out my space. And you could tell Guardiola was uncomfortable.
That's the whole point, though. He's trying to make it uncomfortable. Leeds, I don't know what their plan was. Their plan was to make it hard and sticky, get in the City's faces. Oh, excuse me. I don't know what. I'm tired. Sorry. I tried to hold that yawn down. Sorry. But literally in the first half an hour, so they got 2 goals, same 2 people, Riyad Mahrez and Ilkay Gundogan. And actually, there's been talks of Gundogan because his contract's coming up. Pep put a statement out earlier on in the week saying that Gundogan knows his thoughts, the club knows his thoughts, everyone knows what Pep thinks of Gundogan. It's now basically to the club. Obviously, rumours to go to Barcelona. Gundogan not really been involved in the first team as much lately, but he comes in today, obviously scores 2 goals, missed a penalty late on in the game as well, but he could have had a hat trick. That's what you're going up against. That's what you're going up against. You're going up against.
Chris, you know what I love? You know when he could have had the hat trick, Pep was screaming at Haaland saying, "Take the penalty." Remember against sorry for bringing it back to Arsenal. Remember against West Ham, I was saying to everyone that Jesus should have grabbed that ball of Saka and say, "No, what? I'm taking that penny. I want my brace." That's what I mean. Those little little touches, shows an elite winner, an elite manager. Gundogan miss. He didn't even care. Gundogan miss. He's saying to Haaland, "Why are you not taking it? Get yourself on the score sheet. You are a designated penalty taker. Why are you not taking the penalties?"
So is Saka though.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Right. Sorry, guys.
I was gonna say.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Nah, Sam. He went there to be hard to beat, and they held City for large parts of the game. Obviously, possession wise, they were really, really down. City better part of 70% possession over the course of the game. But they looked comfortable. They just looked like they got their eyes set on bigger things. Obviously, they got Real Madrid coming up round the corner. That's the biggest game of their season. And then they got the FA Cup final at the end of the season as well in June against us. So City look like in complete cruise control.
Very
Mahrez for me is one of the most underrated players, and I don't know why. I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks this, but he doesn't. I don't know what it is about Mahrez, but he has this uncanny ability to deliver when it matters. He goes through patches, so he'll go through a month, 2 months where he's not doing too much, and then he'll go through a patch where he's one of the best players in the league. Got 2 assists yesterday, over what was it? I read over 8 dribbles in the game. Now, just to give you lot some context on this, right? Saka
But you know what's mad?
averages.
He's a
Yeah, go on.
winger. These wingers. That's what they're supposed to do.
No, but you say the wingers, but listen to this. Saka averages 3.5 dribbles a game. Rashford, best goal scoring season he's ever had. Some see him as a winger, has had or averages 4.2 dribbles per game. Then you look at some
Chris,
of the other kind of wingers, right? Someone like Almiron, for example, or St.
I
Maximin.
don't,
They're really, really low down. Huh?
I don't like that stat. I
Whether
don't
you
feel.
like it or not,
I
what
don't,
I'm trying to say is I'm talking about effectiveness. What I want my winger to do is I want my winger to be effective in the final third. I want him to
Yeah.
cross the ball. I want him to
what,
score a goal
what
or
are they?
create chances. Huh?
What are they calling a dribble? What are they calling a
Taking a
dribble?
player on. Taking a player on. Taking a player on.
Yeah,
Getting to the byline, getting a cross in, taking
the
a player
game.
on. And look, you can have a successful dribble in your own box, right? So I'm not necessarily saying, look, stats are there to be torn apart. I'm just trying to put some spotlight on Riyad Mahrez, right?
Mm.
He averages nearly, in the games that he plays, nearly 5.5 dribbles per game. What that basically means is you get the ball to Mahrez, you're getting end product. If he's not scoring, if he's not assisting, if he's not hitting the target, he's taking people on.
I
Now,
wonder what Foden's would be like if he started every game.
yeah, potentially, like this is what Pep's teams and this is what he's getting them to do. He's getting his attacking players to attack. And as a Man United fan, I'm starved of this. I couldn't tell you the last winger that we had that would take someone on, get to the byline and cross it.
But
I don't know, Beckham. I
Chris,
don't know. I don't know. Nani.
Chris, Chris,
Yeah,
can I tell you something? I feel that the last winger you had that was probably Giggs, as you said, Beckham.
maybe.
But your style of play has changed so many times, yeah, within the course of these couple years, yeah, that I don't even think football wingers are really like that anymore. For instance, even the wingers that you do have right now don't kind of facilitate that type of ability to do that. Jadon Sancho looks like a winger that he's more play to feet. He wants to do 1-2s and kind of run off the front man, or the
Don't know
front
what
man
Jaden
needs to
Sancho's.
run off,
Don't know what Jaden Sancho's
do that.
about at the moment.
I
Don't know what
think
he's about.
the only winger that I would say that is kind of on
Jada went
this.
to the wrong team.
Yeah, I think he went to the wrong team, but I think the only winger, and you're gonna say I'm crazy, is kind of on the old school vibers running
Elestri.
down the ring and causing. Yeah, Zalestri and probably Ganacho, but obviously he's injured. But yeah, man,
And
Ganacho
that
was on
they're
the
that
the
bench
only two.
today.
Is he?
that guy
Is
at
he back
Leeds,
from injury? Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's
that,
on the bench today.
that Italian kid at Leeds, the black Italian kid, Nonto, is that his name?
Who? Nontu. Ah, the 19-year-old.
Yeah, he's a proper winger still.
He gets
He's a
in.
proper.
The thing, what you're talking about. So we talk about inverted wingers, right? We talk about wingers that play on either flank and then they cut inside. That seems to be the modern way of playing. But for me, I'm not talking. I don't necessarily need a traditional 4-4-2. Get the ball, get it wide, get it out your feet, cross it in. I don't need that. But what I need is effectiveness. So if you're cutting
Yeah.
inside and you're putting the ball in the box and you're causing problems, that's effective. If you're getting to the byline and putting it across the goal, that's effective. If you're having a shot on target or creating a chance, or you're holding up the ball, or you're playing it through the lines, if you're attacking on the final third, if you're causing problems, I want effectiveness basically, and we don't have that. I was just putting some spotlight on Mahrez because he's just one of the cogs in City's incredible machine that seems to be able to just churn it out. They've got so many of them. Bernardo Silva's another one. Bernardo Silva averages over 4 take-ons a game. He's not even an orthodox winger. He can play right. He can play 10. He can play 8. He can play 6. I've seen Bernardo taking the ball off of the defense, running it through the center of the circle, passing it through the lines. Effectiveness. That's what I want. That's what you got to go up against. And I don't know who's going to do it. It's really, really hard. Real Madrid for me.
We'll do it.
Real Madrid for me are one of those teams, to be honest. I saw Real Madrid against Bayern Munich, and
I thought you were talking about the game yesterday. Sorry, go on.
no, in the Champions League, and the way they moved the ball, goodness me, Modric, Vinicius Junior, Camavinga at left back, they're an elite team.
Wait, are you talking about last year?
I'm talking about this year.
No, he's talking about this year.
Talking about this year. Real
When did
Madrid
they play?
against.
In the group
They
stage.
played it was Bayern Munich. No, they played them in the quarterfinals before they played.
When it's City that played Bayern?
No, City.
So, what am I doing?
Yeah, you're talking about
Real
it was last
Madrid.
year.
City
You're talking
played
about
Bayern.
last-
City played Bayern. Sorry.
Yeah.
Real
City
Madrid
played
played.
Bayern
Yes,
this year.
you're right. You're right, Puz. You're right.
Oh, actually, no, they didn't. They didn't play them last year.
Who the hell am I talking about then? Give me a second. Let me find who I'm talking
Already
about. 1 second. Talking out my backside here. Hold on a minute.
Anyway, yeah, no. Yesterday's game, City do what City do, man. They didn't even come out of third gear.
Yeah, they
Chelsea
didn't.
flipping neck. That's what I was trying to get at. Chelsea. Goodness me. Sorry. Oh, my head's fried. It's late in the evening. Chelsea couldn't get close to Real Madrid the way they moved the ball, is what I'm trying to say. Mind you, Chelsea were going through a horrible vein of form. It looks like it's continued a little bit. So let's get on to Tottenham's game then. I want to get on to Tottenham. So they got a 1-0 victory against Crystal Palace. I mean, are they even in the discussion? What are we saying?
No.
Moving on. Yeah.
We can't. No, it is, guys. I'm gonna say something. Sorry, Spurs fans. Yeah. Sorry, Spurs fans.
It happened again.
We cannot talk about Spurs as a top team no more. Still, because no, I'm being honest. Thinking about it, I'm thinking about it now. Yeah. Tottenham was predicted to do something kind of, I wouldn't say special, but they was kind of meant to build upon their success of getting top 4 last year. Imagine we finished 5th and we're in a title run as Arsenal fans. They finished 4th and they're out of the Champions League this year. That says it all. They're not going to make Champions League next year. The likelihood of them making it next year is very low unless a miracle happens.
They sacked the manager who's the best at winning finals the day before the flipping final.
But that's just a Spursy thing to do, isn't it? Like, I'm not even thinking. It is, isn't it? Like, guys, like, let's be real. Like, it's just a Spursy thing to do. And for
the
me,
Spurs fans are saying Levy out. You feel it for them then, Sim?
I don't feel it for them. Because I remember, I got a football group. I remember arguing with one of my pals. He would know if he hears this when he listens back to our show. Is that he was telling me, nah, man, Conte's a world-class manager. I said to him, yes,
which he is.
But I said to him, he is, but he is dealing with a team. No, he's dealing with a team that is bang average, and he's dealing with a owner that doesn't like to spend. So it was a recipe for a disaster. And he was telling me, nah, man, I like how Conte's making them run. He was telling us so many things. He says he likes their drills, their tactics.
Yeah, their stats. Like the pre-season, the Tottenham players were knackered, weren't they?
That's why I was laughing. Later on to find out he just hated Arsenal fans. And I laughed because I said to him, Tottenham are not a better team than us, number one. It showed from last year. I said it to everyone. I said, Tottenham only pipped us to 4th by 1 point, and they had, let's say, one of the best strikers in the Prem, Harry Kane. If we had Harry Kane for probably 2 to 3 of those games last year, we're blowing past Tottenham to get top 4. Let's be honest. We had flipping Lacazette that scored 3 goals for the whole of last year. Yeah, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, we need to stop talking about Tottenham as a good team. Harry Kane maybe yes, he's a good
Yeah, he's
striker.
gonna
But
leave.
Tottenham,
He's gonna
yeah.
leave, mate.
No, no,
He's
Well,
gone.
I don't
I'm
even
gonna be
think he's
fair.
gonna leave.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
be
even
fair
think he's gonna leave.
to
You
Bench.
know, I don't even think he's gonna leave, guys. I'm being real. I
He
don't
can
even
only
think he's
come
gonna
to.
leave.
He can only come to United.
When I watched the interview yesterday, I said to myself, he's not leaving.
Yeah,
You don't
he's
think
not
he's
leaving.
gonna go?
No, he's
No,
not leaving.
I don't think he's leaving.
Leaving.
I don't think he's leaving.
He has
Because
to.
think
Though.
about it.
Where's he?
Chris, he can only go United.
He can only go
Levy's
United. He
already-
can't go anywhere else.
Levy's already said that any team that comes in for him, he wants 100 million.
100 mil.
That's stupid. That is stupid.
It's not just stupid, man. It's flipping what Man United would do. The reason, like, there's
You don't get 100 mil.
it,
Unless you
it's-
even
No,
if you get the
I don't even think United will pay 100 mil. I'll be honest.
we will. We
I
paid
don't think
eight.
you
We
will.
paid 80 mil for Maguire. We will.
Okay, you paid. I'm not even being rude. You paid 80 million for Maguire. That
We'll
was,
do it.
let's say,
Yeah, he had a
one
good
of
World
those-
Cup. He had a good World Cup, but he was a Leicester centre back, mate, on 45 grand a week.
yes.
We gave him a 6-year contract for 80 million pound and put him on 210 grand
But no,
a
it
week.
is. I'll be honest. When you bought Maguire, he was probably one of the best centre backs in the Premier League at that time.
Yeah,
And
but
the English. Another thing we all agree on: English tax. English
Yeah,
tax. You know what?
the reason why we'll do it is because Man United is stupid. We will do it. We will do it. We will bargain and we will haggle with them all summer.
Chris, one thing I would say, yeah, and I think I said this to you last week. Ten Hag doesn't have these players. I think he's an admirer of Harry Kane, but I think he's looking at it thinking, know what? If I get Harry Kane for a season or two, let's be honest, he's going to be 31 this summer, if I'm correct, or is he 30?
I don't know. He's 30 already. I don't know when he'll be 31.
Okay, so I think he might be 31 this summer. So you probably got Harry Kane for let's say, I'm being good
3 to 4 years.
Number two. I wouldn't even say 3 to 4 years. I would say 2 to 3.
Nah, 3 to 4 years.
No,
If he keeps himself fit,
2 to 3.
If he keeps himself fit, he can still be scoring goals and banging them in at 34.
Nah, I think he keeps himself fit to a certain standard for Tottenham.
He hasn't had any of those ankle injuries that people allude him to for the last 2 years. He's been injury free. He's not really missed too many games. Listen, with respect to him, I know my Harry Kane stats, bro. I know them so well, and I don't want him.
No, what is? I get what you mean. You know his stats, but what I'm trying to say, yeah, the amount of games he was playing for Tottenham and then the amount of games he's going to be playing for United, it's two different things. That's what I'm trying to say. It's going to be two different things. Remember, at Tottenham, people are forgetting the season that he had a wonder, which was coming up to this season, last season. Remember, halfway through the season, they got kicked out of that Europa conference where Conte was actually happy. People are forgetting that. So that was a bunch of games they didn't have to play anymore. So he was happy for that. And what was they really concentrating on? The league, FA Cup, and Carling Cup. Hence why, as you said, leading up to that, was it the season before that?
Yeah, the Carabao Cup, season beforehand, they kicked out Jose,
That's what I'm trying to say. So he hasn't really played. He's played a lot of games for Tottenham, but he hasn't really. Remember, you lot are going to be in.
No, he hasn't done 60 games. He hasn't played 60 games.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you don't got to understand that, man. Like Harry Kane, I'm not trying to say he's injury prone.
The reason why we'll do it is to shut up the fans and to appease them. So what I can see this board doing, and by the way, we don't know what we're doing. We don't know what ownership model we're going to have in place. We don't know. Eric Ten Hag in an interview literally this week said that you need super wealth. He said that you need money in order to be able to compete at the very top. He also said when he was asked about his transfer plans that he doesn't know. He doesn't know what they are. There are teams out there. Bellingham has pretty much gone to Real Madrid. Bayern Munich have pretty much gone for that French, it's not Menu, that French striker that missed in the World Cup final. What's his name?
I know who you're talking about. The guy that I think he plays for, if I'm
not
correct,
Mönchengladbach, Bayer Leverkusen, I think, or is it Frankfurt?
Is it Bayer Leverkusen or Frankfurt? One of the team. Yeah, he's quality, but as I said,
he's been touted as being like nearly 100 mil himself. I can't remember his name now. Not Menu or
I know
something like that.
talking about.
So they've pulled out of the Osimhen race. He's 20, he's 22, he's 23.
Yeah, 22, 23. That's kind of understandable. You're paying for potential, isn't it?
Yeah, so
Harry Kane, you're paying 100 million for 20 goals a season right now, and
yeah,
you're
but
just hoping.
he's getting
You're
20
just
goals this season because of the way the team's structured around him. Our goal return this season has been shocking, and we don't create chances for our striker. Look at Martial and Weghorst, who are playing in the number 9 role this season. We don't create chances for our strikers. We were saying it earlier about how selfish we are. Anyway, well. Let's get on to it then. We might as well talk about it. So
um,
we can caption this part of the show called top 4. Has it been bottled? Have we bottled top 4? We're still in a decent, comfortable enough position with 4 points clear of Liverpool with a game. Well, we're 1 point clear of Liverpool, sorry, but with a game in hand. So it's still to play for. Look at Liverpool's last remaining fixtures. They've won 6 on the bounce, mind you. So they've got Leicester away, they've got Aston Villa at home, and then they've got Southampton away. So you'd expect them to get points away at Leicester and points at Southampton. Home to Aston Villa could be tricky, but let's just say they get all those games. That means they finish on 71 points. We have 4 games left. And our form has been horrible. So we've got Wolves at home, could probably win that. Bournemouth away, we should win that. We got Chelsea at home. I don't know why, but I'm feeling that that's going to be a sticky game. And then we've got Fulham at home. So really and truly, we need 9 points, really.
9 points solidifies your Champions League status, man. Next year.
Yep. Which is possible out of those remaining games, but
Chris,
we've just made it really hard for ourselves.
Chris, I think you get 9 points. I'll be honest.
The point that look, I'm with you. Puz, did you actually watch the West Ham United game today?
Yep, I watched it when I was making egg fried rice and some salmon. But no, yeah, I tuned in because I was watching all the interviews from the Arsenal match, and I tuned in just when De Gea done the madness, and it was weird because it was like the commentators weren't really reacting. I was like, wait, what just happened? And then I saw someone call it this.
It's very much against the run of play, wasn't it?
But Paz, that is.
I saw Lindelof do this, yeah, but I blamed Maguire for some reason. I don't know why. It's just a
mistake in the defense must be Maguire. He wasn't even playing today, bro. He wasn't even playing.
That's what I'm saying. I just assumed it was Maguire. I was just like, oh, what's he done now?
Was he? I was scared he wasn't going to play today. Sim, did you manage to? Sorry, go on.
Sorry. I was saying you got close a few times, but it wasn't to be. West Ham played well. They secured their safety. All they can focus now is on the Europa Conference.
No, they haven't. They haven't secured.
Yeah, but
they're on 39 points. They're all right.
In my mind, I think they secured their safety. Bro, can't lie to you.
They're on 37 points now.
Yeah,
they're clear.
Sim,
they're clear. They're on 37. Below them is Leicester on 30 and Leeds on 30. They're out of it. It's done. It's between Leicester, Leeds. Huh?
So I think Southampton are gone.
Southampton are gone.
So it's between Leicester, Leeds,
Everton, and
Leicester, Leeds,
Everton, Forest, Everton.
Forest.
Yeah.
Forest is staying up.
Over who?
I saw we've got them next, innit, Puz? Arsenal.
It could be Leeds that get dragged into, because they've got games in hand. Forest and Leicester have got games in hand on Leeds.
Yeah.
But I really think Everton are gone. I can't lie.
We all said that though. Well, a few weeks back when we were all talking about our 3, we all had the same 2 of Southampton and Everton.
And I had Leicester as a third.
You had Leicester. I think I had Bournemouth actually as my other one, but they've done incredibly well. They've found safe points. Wolves are safe. Crystal Palace. Everyone's safe. It's literally Leicester, Leeds, Forest, Everton, Southampton. West Ham are fine. They can focus on West Ham. West Ham can lose 2 games and still be all right. And I don't see them losing 2 games. So they'll be fine.
Leeds, Leicester, and Forest, as you said.
Yeah. So I will go into the game today. Sim, I know that you were a little bit busy. As I saw the game, I saw the same problems that I've seen for the last couple of games. I saw it. I see it was a good win against Aston Villa.
Yeah.
What's that for, Puz?
I'm just doing a Steph Curry night.
Oh, yeah. He's killing me. We I saw the same mistakes. We've got a massive problem at the moment with putting the ball in the back of the net. We can't score. We failed to score against Tottenham.
Last time we scored, February.
Mate, probably. No, we got a couple against Aston Villa, but that was at home.
No, Rashford.
Oh, Rashford. No, Rashford scored against Villa.
Did he?
And didn't he score against Tottenham?
Did he?
Yeah. I think Rashford scored against Yon. No,
Liverpool and Rashford.
Casemiro. No. It was Fernandes against Villa. Sorry. Yeah, Rashford scored against Tottenham. It was most recent game. We drew 2-2. It was Sancho, Rashford, and then obviously we gave up 2 points, gave up 2 goals towards the end there.
I
So
wanted to
Rashford scored.
I wanted to dub for him, but I can't dub for him still.
Basically, my point is if Rashford doesn't score, we don't score. But we've got a huge problem putting the ball in the back of the net. We look tired. We look lethargic. We look like we've got 60 minutes in us at best. Eric Ten Hag looks like he's out of ideas. Doesn't know how to get a tune out of this team. And the team is full of bottlers in the sense of we've got a core of players: De Gea, Luke Shaw, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Marcus Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, who have proven in the past that they can throw it away. I remember under Ranić and even under Mourinho, it was some of these same players that basically threw the managers under the bus. They gave up their down tools. We've still got those players in the squad. We still got Fred. We still got McTominay. We still got Maguire. We still got Aaron Wan-Bissaka. We still got Luke Shaw. We still got Marcus Rashford. I think we could have played West Ham for 4 hours today. We wouldn't have scored. It's the same against Brighton. We've played Brighton now over 215 minutes. We've played against Brighton and we haven't scored against them.
Yeah, you haven't scored a goal.
Yeah, so we've got a serious issue. Obviously, our main centre backs are both injured at the moment. So I think Lindelof and Luke Shaw have done a tremendous job. They've done really well. They're not conceding bucket loads. Today wasn't their fault either. De Gea with an absolute howler. Luke Shaw was really unlucky against Brighton in the 96th minute to concede a handball. Really unlucky. Otherwise, he would have been my man of the match. It's up front is where the issue is, and we run out of ideas. Martial doesn't look on it. Weghorst, what do you expect? He's an on loan Besiktas striker from Burnley. Marcus Rashford, he looks tired at the moment. He's shooting from everywhere again.
Yeah.
He's not releasing the ball, and Anthony's doing the same thing. I'm really, really, really frustrated with these two players in particular, and Bruno Fernandes, where I just spoke to you earlier about Riyad Mahrez and Jack Grealish and Phil Foden. It doesn't matter if it's the 9th minute or the 98th minute. They are calm in the final third. We just seem to shoot. You know what I'm trying to say?
No, I get you. I think that it's a tricky one, you know, Chris, because go on, Paz. No, because I think that boils down to. Remember, I was telling you last week, Chris, when we were talking about your squad depth and we was talking about City's squad depth. I was saying that I feel like Ten Hag is trying to play a certain and particular way with this team. However, he doesn't have the players to play it with. So you're gonna lack in certain games where, as you said, you might see Rashford when things are not going according to plan, because there's no one off the bench to replace him. He's going to be doing things like shooting from anywhere, getting a bit frustrated.
Why isn't he getting benched then?
Okay, you bench Rashford. Who do you bring on? Jadon Sancho? Weghorst?
Sancho, Garnacho, Pelestri, Alanga.
You can't bring on Garnacho right now. I think Garnacho's he can probably give you max probably like 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
So why didn't Garnacho come on then for the last 20 minutes? If he's on the bench, he can obviously have minutes in him.
I think he just thought to himself, know what, the game's done. Let's not risk him. If anything, we probably put him on, or we try to make him go through his test your next game against Wolves at home.
So we did have options on the bench. I
think you had options.
We started with Weghorst. We brought on Martial.
Yeah.
So we have
Because
options.
I
It's
no, I think you have options, but I don't think those are the options he wants.
yeah,
Remember,
sim-
we had this conversation last week. I said, Chris, I think, yeah, Ten
yeah.
Hag,
When we're talking about Tottenham, yeah.
yes. No, we was talking about Man City. I said, I feel like
No, when
Ten
we were talking about
Hag.
the Tottenham game, we were talking about the Tottenham
Oh
game, and
yeah,
you made
yeah,
the
yeah,
point
yeah,
about
yeah,
United
yeah,
don't have the
yeah,
options. Yeah,
yeah. So, oh yeah, you're right. Yes, you're spot on. Yeah, I just believe that he doesn't believe in his bench, and I don't blame him. I think Arteta's the same guy. Like I don't think certain players he doesn't believe in, or he just can't rely on them. So I just feel that he gets the game to a point where he feels like, okay, I can bring on these guys to see out the game, and they've been letting him down. As you said today, their hair decides to just lose all sense of humanity and just do something just so crazy. Like you don't prepare for that. That's in what, in the first 10 minutes of the game? Like you
yeah.
know how
First half an hour, yeah, half an hour.
yeah, like yeah, but Chris, you know how Olympic Park is, West Ham. They're up for it, as you said. They're trying to fight for survival. You're meant to
Yeah,
kind of humble that crowd. You don't go and do something like that. You can't blame Den Hag for that, man. I keep on saying to people, I just feel like let the guy get his players in. For what
yeah.
he's
Well,
showing you right now, I believe that the guy's got a promising future. I believe United should be kicking themselves to see where they are right now. You're basically in a top four battle. You've won a cup, you're in another cup final. Just get
no,
it over
look,
the line.
Sim,
Like you
Sim.
can't.
With respect, and I mean this with the greatest of respect. That is it's a comment from someone who's not a United fan, and what I mean by that is I know that you know what we've been through, but we should, it's almost like don't worry about it too much. Your tone was very similar. You made similar points when we were talking about the Tottenham game. Like I said to you, and we'll move on because I've said my point about the game. I thought we were lethargic. The passing in the final third was way too slow. The energy was slow. Ericsson today, not good enough. Casemiro today, not good enough. Not moving the ball quick enough. Not moving West Ham's defence back and forth quick enough. Declan Rice was immense today, but I don't want to go into the details of it. We look tired. We look lethargic. We look like, the 60 odd games we've played this season have caught up with us. We don't have a deep enough squad. My point is, those issues that you're talking about, Sim, we should be happy. We should be, we've done well this season. It's hard. It's hard because of the way that we're losing these games to take encouragement from it. It's not okay to just accept that, whatever, hard against Tottenham, or, hard against West Ham. They did well today, hard. We could lose this. From the position that we were in, if we lose top four to Liverpool, that would be catastrophic. That would be catastrophic. That would be terrible.
No, but Chris, what I'm trying to say is still in your hands. This is basically what to put
There's where we're losing
to,
confidence
to
because it was in our hands against Tottenham. It was in our hands
okay, but
against
Chris,
West
what
Ham.
I'm trying to say is what I'm basically trying to summarize it in a rather quick way.
Mhm.
United is not a finished product. So you're going to have odd results here and there. Like you know that, Chris. You know that. Even you said you're last week you said it so great. You said I'm an optimist fan before you wasn't optimistic
Pessimistic
in
fan, yeah.
you wasn't you was a pessimistic fan, innit? Like you wasn't that fan. So for me, as a United fan, you lot should be thinking, okay, you know what? I get it. Like, yes, I'm not happy with it, but I get like this project hasn't even started. That's what I'm trying to say. It hasn't even
Yeah,
started.
Sim,
Like,
I have to. I'm with you, but yeah. Let's move on. I'm with you. I'm with you. Not. I'm with you, but at the same time, I'm not with you because it just shows where our standards are. We should be
no,
competing for the
no,
league.
Chris,
We should be
Chris,
our
Chris,
Champions League,
Chris,
and
Chris, Chris,
mhm.
I'm with you. You should be competing for the league. But right now, if you said to yourself, can this squad compete for the league? You'd be like, no, it can't.
No, no, no. It
Can
can't.
this
It can't.
can this squad compete for top four?
I don't know.
Okay, exactly. You're
Ericsson
saying you
Haag,
don't know.
Ericsson Haag has proven that we can, but
And this
look,
is what I'm trying to say. You haven't. This is what I'm trying to say, Chris. You're as a fan, you're saying you don't know, yeah. And I'm saying to you, you are in the top 4. This is your destiny, innit? It's still in your hands.
But
You can determine if you're playing
that's the
Champions
issue.
League football
Sim,
next season
that's the biggest issue
with
with
4
United
games to
fans,
go.
though. Hear me out. That's the biggest issue with United fans, because you keep talking about we're a working project. You keep talking about it's in our hands. If we bottle top 4 and we lose the FA Cup final, okay, fine. Eric Ten Hag's
Chris,
won a trophy in his first season, but the future does not look good. It doesn't look good.
I'm gonna give you a living example. Arsenal bottled top 4 last season. Look where we are.
You had a good structure in place. There were things being done behind the scenes. We are a mess. We're trying to be sold at the moment. That's where I'm worried. Yes, Ten Hag doesn't have his players in. Where's the money coming from?
Okay, Chris,
But
you
that's a
are
whole nother discussion. It's a whole nother discussion. A whole nother discussion. We are a mess, and yeah, we're going to be fighting for top 4 again next season if things don't change. And that's where my point is.
I think it will.
I don't know. I don't know where the money's coming from. I don't know. I don't know unless we get Qatar.
They're saying they're gonna be a delay on the sale of your club now, innit? It might not be done until the end of summer now, innit? Before it was definitely before summer. Now they're saying it might
This is
be a
this is the
delay
thing.
now, innit?
Whoa, this is it. You listen to Mike Keegan, who's been all over this. He's been really, really good, as well as not Darmish. That guy from Sky. They've been very, very close from Sky Cadet. That's it. They've been very, very close to this, and the reports are now that there could be even more further delay. I can do a whole video. I've been watching it every day on the sale of Manchester United and how an absolute shit show it's been. It's been absolutely terrible, to the point where Ten Hag doesn't know.
We're gonna make that a new segment. So if you want to do that, we can do that. Send it to me. I'll edit it.
I think you should, Chris. Because Chris, I'll be honest with you, yeah. Me and you've had private conversations, yeah. And I'm saying this to everyone, yeah. Ideally, as a fan, you would want the Qatarians to take over, innit? But as a business person, I get why the Glazers will sell Radcliffe. That's all I'm saying. I know there's more.
Your mobile phone is still in the vehicle.
Okay, thank you for that update.
You guys hear that?
Yeah, we did. We got that. We got that on there. We got that. It is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Yeah. So
if you didn't know already, Sim is not at home. If you didn't know already.
Yeah, so for me, I get it where you say you're in a pickle or you're in a bit of a mess behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But I believe that where you've got Eric Ten Hag as a good coach,
he's the only shining hope.
Yeah, if you get some sort of structure with the foundation that you have now, I believe United will definitely be challenging the next year or two. I wouldn't be surprised if you challenge next year. Let's say you do get, let's say, the Qatarians. I wouldn't be surprised, because that foundation you do have, the people that you need to get out, the deadwood and all of that to replace it. Let's say with good Premiership reliable players, you will do wonders, man.
Yeah, that's Harry Kane. That's more of the same. But anyway, let's end that segment there. Overall, the game was poor. We'll end it there. I've said my piece on the game several times. It was a poor game. We could have even lost it more. The Lindelof handball was very, very, very tricky. But yeah, we're not scoring enough goals at the moment. So there's no games. Well, there are. I say I'm deep in it. I said there's no games tomorrow, but there are. There's Fulham, Leicester, yay. Brighton, Everton, yay. And Nottingham Forest, Southampton. You know. Like, okay, if you're a fan of one of those teams, good luck.
I'm sure Southampton lose that, they're down.
They're down.
Probably.
Yeah, they're gone, man.
Yeah, they're gone anyway. Like, does anyone have anything to say on the games tomorrow? Are we fussed? Do we care? I'm being honest.
I hope Leicester do win though. I want them to make it exciting.
Yeah. If Leicester and Everton win, then it will be interesting. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
I will
see.
make it exciting.
So
We'll make it
anything
exciting.
we haven't touched really on Liverpool's crucial win against Brentford, Mo Salah scoring in the 13th minute. Loads of controversy in that game. Yellow cards left, right, and centre. What do we think, gents? Liverpool have had a shocking season, but they've won 6 on the bounce. So they're doing what they can. They're doing what they can. They are putting as much pressure on as they possibly can. Diaz is back. He's looking awesome. He's looking like a hell of a player. Salah is continuing his good form. I think he's on 24 goals now for the season. So he's doing well. Well, I mean, what do we have to say? Brentford are safe.
Brentford is safe.
They're safe.
Yeah, they've not been. Yeah. Well, sorry, apologies. They're not fighting relegation. What I mean by that is Brentford's season is kind of, you know what I'm trying to say? They're not fighting for
I know
anything.
what you mean. It's done.
There's a couple of teams, Brentford, Fulham, that are just sort of,
yeah, they're coasting.
you know what I mean? They're just churning out the games. That's what I meant. They're not really playing for anything, are they? Really? You know what I mean?
I feel
Season's
sorry
kind
for
of done.
Fulham though. I feel like since they lost Mitrovic to the ban, they haven't really been the same. They've been winning games without him, but they just haven't had that extra X factor
They
in
haven't.
order to kind of
They've been doing a job, but they haven't really won too many. They haven't won too many.
They've won.
I mean, they've lost 3 in a row.
Well, who was that 3 in a row? It was Man City.
Villa, City, Liverpool.
Yeah, come on, man.
I mean, before that, they did beat Everton and Leeds, but you'd expect them to. But no, I hear you, missing their main player. I mean, if we took Odegaard out of Arsenal, it'd make a difference. If we took, I don't know, well, it's making a difference. If we took Varane or Martinez out of United, it is making a difference. If we took Haaland out of... Well, it makes a difference. Yeah, if you take Haaland out of City, don't get me wrong, they'll still do well, but it makes a difference. So yeah, losing their main player, Mitrovic, has made a huge difference. But you can't put your hands on the ref, bro. It's like the big, especially this FA, man. Like, I'll do a whole segment on that, like how much I think the FA is. Yeah, maybe like press pause on that right there, boy, because I think they're a bunch of entitled so and so's. They're like, I tell you what the FA are like, right? They are like the kid. I remember this one youth who always used to have a football. Then I started being the youth that always had to have a football. Always had a football. He was a year younger than us, and he had about 4 friends, and they were all geeks. All of them. They had massive backpacks. No one, and he always had a football. It's our ball, and you're not allowed to play. And that's literally it. And that's what the FA reminds me of. They remind me of these punk little kids. They got an exclusive little club. They got a football. No one else is allowed to play. They make the rules. They're never accountable. Bro, we see it I'm sorry, I'm going on a rant. Week after week after week, week in out, week out, week out. We see controversy. I saw Man United against Brighton. I saw basically Luke Shaw didn't even touch what's his name, Cressida or whatever it is for Brighton, the 19-year-old number 10. A guy falls on the floor. It's a free kick and a yellow card to Luke Shaw. 15 minutes before that, Anthony is being handled to the floor, pushed to the floor by Estepina.
Commit though, Chris, man.
Sorry?
A foul sure they didn't need to commit.
Bro, it's not. Bro. Listen, it's not a foul. It's not.
Another thing, and Chris, I'm not gonna lie. Why did he put his hand up? Why did he do that for the handball? That is just stupidity. Especially with how
I don't know.
VAR.
Look, that's a whole nother discussion. We're moving on topics now, right? In my opinion, I'm talking about VAR. I'm talking about consistency. In my opinion, there is no card. There is no punishment for Anthony having an arm across his chest and going down to the floor. Okay? There's no punishment. None. He does something stupid afterwards. He gets angry about it. He lashes out and he kicks Estepinian in the leg, gets himself nearly sent off, right? Cool. No punishment. 15 minutes later, Shaw does the same thing, but to a less extent. He doesn't put his hand on the player. he puts his arm out. The player hits his arm. He doesn't do this. He puts his arm out. The guy hits his arm. He falls to the floor. You can see the difference. Shaw doesn't move him. Shaw doesn't move his arm. He feels the arm goes to the floor. Not only is it a free kick, it's a yellow card, bruv. That's my point about consistency. Same fouls, one's a yellow, one's not. And this has been football all the time. But the eyes are so much more on it now because we've got VAR. If you're unsure, you can go and check. The officiating, Arsenal's officiating this season has been atrocious. Atrocious. Every single game. I saw Saka earlier today get hacked to the floor, right?
That's why.
And Saka rides the challenge, right? Dan Burn. He rides the challenge over Dan Burn and then falls to the floor. Because Saka is acrobatically getting himself out of the way, rolls the challenge, there's nothing for it. The ball goes out, it's a throw on. Bro, that's a fucking yellow card. It's a yellow card all day, twice on a Sunday. But there's no consistency. There's none. And what was it? There was a yellow card on I'm gonna bring it up now. It was on whose yellow card was it? Nketiah.
Do you know what? That pissed me off.
What's that for?
That pissed me off. Because I'm like, what's his name? Fabian Schär provoked him. He started it. He pushed him first. All Nketiah did was push him back.
Bro, so why isn't Schär in the book? Schär did get a yellow card as well.
No,
Schär
I
did
know.
get a yellow card, but
He didn't need to get a yellow card.
Like,
A yellow card.
Sim, try and explain this to me, bro. Like, where's the consistency with VAR? Not just VAR, but the officiating this season has been a trick. Maybe we need to end it there. Maybe we just need to end it there because that is a whole subject on its own. My goodness. Officiating's been poor, in my personal opinion. This has been shocking. I can give you tens of examples of how bad it's been. It's been disgusting. Top four is interesting and relegation is interesting. Everything else is boring. Am I right?
Yeah, there's nothing really happening in the middle of the table. It's all done.
All done. Champions League is going to be good as well. Who do you lot think? Actually, let me ask you lot this just quickly. Who do you lot think is going to win Champions League?
Man City.
Ooh, it's a hard one now, isn't it?
Man City. It's not hard because whoever they get in the final is one of the Milans, in it. And no disrespect to them, they're not beating Real Madrid. They're not beating Man City. So who knows? But in a one-off game, fate of the world on the line, who knows?
Pep bottles it on those stages, though, doesn't he?
No, technically not.
He overthinks it and he does madness.
Yeah, we've only got one.
That's all we need. We are basically everyone's a Real Madrid fan next week. Is that what we're saying? Yeah, everyone's a Real Madrid fan next week.
No, I'm a City fan still.
You want City to win it?
No, I'm a Pep fan. Yeah, I want them to go as far as they can. Go as far as you can. Get injured.
Me and you are gonna fight, Puz, mate. We're gonna fight. Flipping neck. Sim, who do you think's gonna win Champions League? Quick. Is there? I think Sim's gone. Yeah. Cool. It has been an absolute pleasure as always. Listen, if you have not done so already, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications so that when these uploads go live, our main man here does them all the time. They are on time every single week. You will get these notifications if your little bell is on and flashing. Watch the videos, like the videos, comment. We are interacting all the time. We will answer your comment. We will come back to you.
Make sure you share.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. I think we're going to sign off on Sim's behalf. Thank you very much for joining us again, my bro. Puz?